Fired up Henrietta here. Let you run a little bit, charge the battery a little bit. Put her up to about 160 degrees. It's not 35 degrees outside. Just want to have her running a little bit. And let's put a little heat in it. Even throughout these months, it worked out pretty nice for me. Coming into the year, try to save on battery a little bit. But she sounds real good. I couldn't believe she just damn near fired right up. We did have a mouse climb up our leg while firing it up. That was not that great, I gotta be honest. No, she sounds good. Got the temperature about 160 degrees in her. It takes a long time to get the temperature up because I do not have a thermostat in it. Pulled it out for another reason. And she's up to 160 degrees. She sounds real good, even in this cold weather. Got a little on here. Well, we shut her back down and put some decon in the car. We can't be having the mice running around in the car there. That is just not the best thing. They like to chew up about everything. I'll go over here, check out the 68 a little bit. Show you what little bit I did on these heads. And there's some lights on in here. That'll probably be about the first thing that we do is turn some lights on. Try to keep the cars inside. I have these two little garages, which it works. It's nice. I got some more of the valves done. I don't know if I'm holding that right or not, but they're coming a little bit at a time. I'm going to try to finish this head up, the valves up on this head today. If I can do that, then I'll start putting springs and stuff on it and locks maybe tomorrow. I got to finish grouting out the intake here on the rest of them. Try not to make any more holes in them, and that would be nice. And we'll let you know how we make out. I do not know if I actually showed this before, but really just a drill, cordless drill. Most of the time I have corded ones, but it's just a pain in the butt to have them hooked up and cords hanging everywhere. I have old cordless drill. I put that valve guiding compound on there, and I do some cleaning up with one of them little, I called it a Dremel tool or something like that. I do some of the little cleaning, the crevices and stuff with it. Comes in very, very handy. And yeah, I'm gonna get busy here. I don't know how much of this you will be able to see, but I'll show you a little bit of what I do for the grinding process. I like to use a little hunk of wood to hold pressure against the valve, but I couldn't find one, so I'm using a screwdriver, which works just as well. That's just valve grinding compound and a drill. I'm just spinning it on there just to clean it up. Not really doing any cutting like this, just cleaning it. This particular cylinder, whenever I was looking at it, there's white, which would indicate water. Most likely it had a head gasket problem. And we'll get it cleaned up. All nice and spiffy. As good as what we can get it. It'll be good enough for who it's for. I finished cutting out the last two intake ports, polishing them as best as I can. I'm not a professional, I'm only HA perform. But I do not mind the work. I do have the drill set on a pretty low speed. And you can hear sometimes, you'll be able to hear it cutting. And it does not take a lot of that valve grinding compound. I think I pointed out in other videos, I use some of the cuttings that I got out of cutting the intake. Now I add it in with the valve grinding compound. It really, really helps the cutting process. You can't pause that. That was recording. I didn't know that. For a very small course on JB Weld, all I do is put 2 even lines down, mix it together. It'll turn gray once you get them both mixed together. This stuff is not, you can't fix everything with it or anything like that, but it does have its good points. I've used it many a times for many situations in my life. Sometimes when I was on the road, I drove over the road for many years. I cannot tell you how many times this got me out of a bind. Now, I usually always kept on hand the quick set. I am not in a hurry for this to set, so I just have the regular stuff. I think it takes about 24 hours to actually set up, which will be more than enough for what I am doing at this juncture. But you just mix it, try to get it just as good as you can possibly get it mixed. And like I say, I have used it many times. It is very effective. For what I am doing with it, I think it will be just fine. I really do. And then we'll just take a scoop of it. Stand the head up. We're waiting to see what we're doing. Get it in there on the crack. And then we will try to smooth it out with our finger initially. We really opened these up according to the way that I mic'd it. And we will sand that and smooth it all up. We didn't cut in real bad, it's thin. Don't get me wrong, it is thin. Might have to take 2 coats of this, I doubt it though. That looks like it's going to do just fine. Right there. Might try putting a little wee bit more on it. And then we will do the same with the other hole. Try to remember to clean the JB Weld off of your tool before you put it away. That is a pretty good piece of advice right there, I'm not joking. You're actually cleaning up quite nice for as long as they have actually been sitting. They've been sitting in this garage for, I don't know, it's got to be going on 8 years since I bought that engine with these heads on it. And good Lord only knows how long it's sitting. It was sitting outside uncovered off the guy that I bought it off of. It was under an old car hood, but plenty of rust. It is taking a bit to get it cleaned up. More cutting and grinding. We also used a heat gun on that JB Weld. It helped set it up a little bit and warm the metal up so it kept it. We had already had it scuffed enough that it should be digging into the metal pretty good. Hopefully it will be just fine. We're down to the last 3 valves, so we'll check back in a little bit here. I don't know for sure if I can get a good enough view on this for everybody to see the difference from where I cut the heads out, but you can see that one and that one I cut. And I cut them pretty drastically. Now, if you come over here, you can see it is a very, very large difference. Can you see that? I'm hoping that you can see that because it makes a big difference. I did them GT40Ps this way, and the car, that engine out there in Henrietta loves it, and it runs good. For what it is, it runs real, real good. Well, we had a good day, pretty good day here in the shop. Got quite a bit done on these heads. I'm happy with how the day went. Standing here in front of Barbara. She is just standing here looking at her gives me lots of ideas. Some probably bad, but you got to take the good with the bad. All of that being said, thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody that subscribed so far, and hopefully there's more to come. And this is fun, and I love sharing it with others. What little wee bit of knowledge I do have, I love to share it. Especially I've had a lot of young ones around me in my life, and I try to show them the best ways that I know how, and the way that I grew up just figuring stuff out and fixing it. I love seeing that out of the kids. It really means a lot. And to have fun and go do a little racing when the season comes around, I'm already getting fired up for it, and it's not New Year's yet. It's the day after Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody again. And I'll have another video out hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to go put this one together now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And rock on.